Hi, this is Mark Cunaverdi, financial columnist for The Union, and host of Money Matters on KVMR FM. Welcome to another edition of Investing in Community. You know what we do. We bring the amazing businesses, events, organizations, nonprofits that are happening in the county and about, and bring them to you through social media. And today, I am again with the ever-lovely Jenny Yalla.
That's right, and today we are at Sergios Caffe. This is in downtown Grass Valley, 109 Mill Street, classic landmark of Nevada County. And we're going to go in there and we're going to talk to Sergio himself and learn about what makes Sergios Caffe so special in Nevada County.
We're going to grab a bite, right?
Of course.
And a glass of wine, right?
Of course, how can we forget that?
All right. This is actually one of my favorite restaurants. I really don't endorse a lot on these series, but I have to admit, Sergio used to be down the street. Very small establishment, just down the street, about a block. Had just a couple of employees, and then he expanded about 5 years ago. The menu is fantastic. The place is always packed. They have a piano in there, so I think we're going to have a real good time today. What do you think?
I think we are.
All right, ready to go? All right.
So we're here with Sergio Martinyago. Did I say that right?
Yes.
All right. Sergio, will you tell us, what is your history? How did you get into this restaurant business?
It goes back to 1975 when I came to this country, upstate New York. My family, uncles and aunts and cousins, they run a restaurant there. And they hired me to help them out. And then I moved to San Jose, California back in '78 because I liked the weather in California better.
Yeah.
And worked on a variety of restaurants, a lot of them Italian. And I saw some people do very well, do things that I agree with, others not so well. And even back then, I thought that it would be great to apply some of these ideas to my own restaurant.
So you wanted to really make the restaurant business something that you could be proud of when you came to Nevada County about how long ago?
About 16 years ago.
So
It
you've been in
took
business for a
longer
while?
than I thought it would take, but I had to find the right opportunity and the right town to do it in.
Yep. Sergio, what do you offer on your menu?
We have homemade pastas, raviolis, fettuccine, made daily with organic flour and organic ingredients. Lots of salads, of course fresh fish, filet mignon, rack of lamb.
Do you have gluten-free options?
Gluten-free options available.
Very nice.
Gluten-free spaghetti.
And tell me, what is the most popular dish that you have?
I would probably have to say the cioppino.
What sets Sergio's Caffe apart from the other restaurants in town?
In one word, authenticity. It's very important for us to deliver good quality, good service, and to absolutely make sure that every customer leaves very happy and can't wait to come back.
I love that. And I'm just still so curious about a description of your best, most popular, favorite meal.
Chad, you would be good at that.
All right. Well, it's hard to pick one because seriously, when I wait here, people love everything. And I've been a waiter for 25 years. I just pulled one of the chefs aside today and I said it's been a long time since I worked at a restaurant where I loved everything. And it makes it so much easier to sell things when everything is authentically made. All the desserts are made from scratch, a dying art form. Nobody does that anymore. All the salad dressings are made from scratch. Most of the pastas, the ravioli, the specials. We have one special in particular that's amazing.
What is it?
It's a fresh lamb chop, grilled to whatever temperature you want. House-made garlic, rosemary Dijonnaise.
Whoa.
It cuts into 3 chops, soft roasted potato, vegetables, Merlot demi-glaze. Everything comes together great.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I'm joined with some of the incredible staff at Sergio's. We've got Dylan, we've got Juan, chefs here, we've got David, we've got Sergio, we've got Chad. Hey guys, are you ready to cook us up some food?
Yeah!
appetito.
Thanks, Sergio.
Wow.
Right, bon appetit.
Salud.
Salud.
Wow, this looks really good, and this is the gluten-free version of what you're eating, which I
bet.
love so much because I never get gluten-free treats like this.
All right, so we're going to check it out.
Yes.
We'll get back to you when we're done, right?
Right.
Okay, so Jen, we're at Sergio's. We talked to Sergio. We had a lot of food. We had the tiramisu. We had the gluten-free pasta.
I loved it.
We had the cioppino. We had the appetizer. What do you
So
think?
many things. They gave us so many samples. The food here is incredible. I mean,
Incredible.
we've tried it, tried and true. It's amazing. The staff here is so friendly. It's a family-owned business. Sergio put so much pride into what it is that he offers here. It's incredible. I would recommend anybody come here.
So they have partially organic when they can do it. Sergio's been cooking a long time. This is not your average Italian restaurant. This place has got great food, and again, you know, I'm endorsing it because I've eaten here a lot. It's great. They have the piano player at times. Place is packed again.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have contact information at the end of this video. We had a great time, didn't we?
It's been a blast.
And usually Jen and I spend about an hour together. Tonight we spent, what, an hour, 2 hours together?
Pushing 2 hours.
Pushing 2 hours. It's always a pleasure to spend it with my girl here. Okay, if you'd like to send Jen and I an email, you can do so at moneymatters@kvmr.org. I don't have anything else to say except
This place is good.
This place is good. We bring the amazing events and restaurants to you. My name's Mark Cunaverdi.
I'm Jen Ayala, and
Thanks for
Salud.
watching. Salud. All right. We'll see you down here at Sergio's on Mill Street.
109 Mill Street.
There
So
you
one
go.
of these days he'll get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Fighting wildfires is dangerous work. Firefighters and pilots like us put our lives on the line every day to protect Californians. But there's a new danger that we're seeing more and more.
Hobby drones flying in a fire area pose a serious threat to us, our firefighters, and the public below.
A collision with a hobby drone could cause damage, injury, or even death.
We need your help. Don't make our jobs even more dangerous.
Remember, if you fly, we can't. Learn more from CAL FIRE at fire.ca.gov.
One of our goals as an agency is to bring that awareness that in our community there's still needs out there for firewood, especially in the senior population, and that us together as a community, we can meet that need.
Each year gets a little harder and a little harder, but just seeing this, I feel like one of the lucky ones.
Fish in many California water bodies contain mercury at levels that can be harmful to human health if eaten.
Mama, what's that sign?
Oh, well, it looks like it's about fish in California lakes and reservoirs. So it looks like some fish are high in mercury and some fish are lower in mercury. Oh, here we go. Women 18 to 45 years, so that's me. And then kids, that's you. We can have less than older women and men. So Papa can have more fish than us.
What kind of fish can we eat?
Well, it looks like we can have more rainbow trout. That must be low in mercury. Oh, but you and I, we can't have any black bass, any carp, or any brown trout.
Papa brings us fish.
Yeah, he does. We should take a picture of this for him. Oh, and then look, there's a website we can go to for more information. That's good. All right, well, let's see if we can find some fish now.
The amount of fish you can safely eat depends on where you fish, what fish you eat, and who you are.
The Miners Foundry is important to me because I love arts and culture and history, and this place represents all of that to me.
The history shines through in this building, and it's like no other in Nevada County.
The site of the Miners Foundry is 150 years old.
It's one of a kind, truly one of a kind. Not only in architecture, but its multiple uses.
With everything from a museum of Pelton wheel artifacts to a stage where you can produce full theatrical productions.
And the Miners Foundry here is so important, not only in Nevada City, but to Nevada County.
We think it's a great place, and if you haven't been here, come here and use it and see it and enjoy it.
It's really a cultural nexus, and it's kind of a home for so many people here in the community.
It's been really important artistically, culturally. It's been a gathering place.
The Miners Foundry is important to the community because of the music, the events, the community support, and the amazing venue that it provides to locals and visitors.
It's the best venue in the county to see a show. It has the best sound, the best lights, the best dance floor.
This is a place where people come to celebrate their life experiences, and we create memories. The stone walls hold the memories.
I think the Miners Foundry is the physical and literal, cultural and historical bedrock for Nevada City.
It's been here for many years, and we celebrate life, we celebrate music, and we celebrate culture.
This is where we come together to celebrate. This is where we rally to take action to protect our watershed, and this is the great place that brings us all together.
It connects us to the legacy of the people that built this place, the artists that saved it, and the artists that continue to make work here.
It's kind of like a public house, a big public house, that everybody comes to the Miners Foundry at one time or another and enjoys something special and unique.
And it's important for people to remember that it is a nonprofit. It actually is not a publicly owned building, so it needs our help. We need to keep coming out and supporting the Foundry.
So I ask you to join me.
Please join me.
Join me.
Join me.
Join me.
Join me.
Join me in helping to preserve the Miners Foundry for future generations.
It's invaluable to have a mentor who really loves the art form. And that's what the real teaching is about. Okay, so this is, you're following the fingering that's here?
I believe so, yes.
And when you say you want to work on it, did you want to change it or what?
I
We
just
wanna
need to work on it and polish it. And
polish it so
I was
it
wondering
sounds more
if there
smooth.
was any new fingering you might
suggest. Okay,
suggest to me.
You know, I really believe that kids can absolutely love classical music.
This was really nice in there. That was lovely.
You know, I'm not trying to train professionals necessarily. I want people to be lifetime musicians. That's my goal.
But yeah, these are my kids. When they go away, when they move away, I'm sad, like a parent would be.
I've heard this saying that you know that you're a good teacher when you worry about your students, like your own children. And when I first started teaching, and even now, I have moments where I'm awake at night just thinking about my students because I just really want them to succeed and just to really love music.
call us therapists. I mean, if the parents of some of my students knew the things that they told me, and I've always kept my lips zipped.
And why is music even important in a person's life at all?
Oh my goodness. Is that a serious question? Yeah.
Good. Okay, we got one wrong note in there.
I feel very privileged and blessed that I can work with these kids and help them find a path to fulfillment and to something that they own, something they can have as theirs.
I always tell the students, if there's just one word I could give in a lesson, it would be listen. It's just really be a good listener and you'll be a good musician.
The reason I like teaching is because I've grown up with all of my favorite teachers and mentors that I could have possibly had. And I'm just interested that I can help someone else and maybe become their mentor like I've had mentors in the past.
When some of my students have families of their own, that they would just be able to sit down like I do sometimes with my family and just to enjoy music, creating music together, whether it's in their 70s, 80s, or 90s, that they would just be lifelong musicians and continue to pass that gift to future generations.
Massive wildfire exploded early Thursday morning, burning nearly 25,000 acres.
The fire has forced new evacuations this morning.
The fire moved up a ridgeline and then caught the Santa Ana winds perfectly.
In the summer of 2008, nearly 2,000 lightning-sparked wildfires scorched over 1 million acres across California, destroying hundreds of structures and impacting the lives in the surrounding communities forever.
I never thought it was going to happen to me. You know, you always figure it's the other guy that's going to get their house burned.
And with California's Mediterranean climate, another fire siege of that magnitude is just a matter of time. I'm CAL FIRE's Daniel Berlant. Devastating wildfires occur every year across the state, putting lives, property, and the state's natural resources at a constant threat. In California, wildfires aren't a question of if, but only a question of when. If you choose to live near a natural area of the state, you are at risk for wildfires, and it's your responsibility to prepare yourself, your family, and your home. And that preparation starts with 3 simple steps. Ready, set, go. Getting ready before wildfire happens is a vital first step in protecting yourself and your property. Beginning in the spring months, well before the peak of fire season, you should carefully assess your property and start taking steps to prepare for the hotter months to come.
As firefighters are responding to fires throughout California, one of the most important things they can look for is defensible space.
Defensible space is the required 100 feet between your property and the surrounding wildland area. Defensible space has consistently been shown to be the best, most practical first line of defense for your home against wildfires. Adequate defensible space provides a barrier to slow, or in some cases even halt, the progress of fire that would otherwise engulf your property. It also helps ensure the safety of firefighters while they defend your home.
I'm going to have to go to homes that provide some type of clearance for my firefighters. I cannot go to a home that has brush and everything growing right up to it. I've got to pick a home where I can safely make a stand, and if we get stuck there, that we can survive it as well.
When the destructive lightning siege fires burned throughout California in 2008, defensible space once again proved to be a key element around the homes that survived, while many homes without adequate clearance were not as fortunate. But defensible space isn't the only factor in protecting your property. Another critical step is hardening your home. During a wildfire, loose flying embers can find weak points on the outside of your home. Hardening your home means reinforcing these vulnerabilities. CAL FIRE Battalion Chief Nick Schuler demonstrates some of the components of a well-defended home.
As you see here, they have an excellent green belt around their home. All of their trees are limbed up, so there's no dead and dying vegetation around their home. And as you can see, as we walk along, all the leaf litter's been picked up, and we move straight into the fire-resistant construction. They have the stucco siding, they have the enclosed eaves, and the composite roof, all proactive steps that this homeowner's taken to reduce fire potential.
Now that you have your home ready for a wildfire, it's time to get set by preparing your most valuable assets, your life and the lives of your family. You should start by creating a wildfire action plan. A wildfire action plan gives you and your family a chance to plan out and write down important information and special preparations that you'll need to take as a wildfire approaches.
As part of your wildfire action plan, you want to sit down with your family and talk about things like escape routes, what roads are you going to take when you leave the house, and the other thing is where are you going to go. You want to have a meeting location.
Your family's plan will be unique depending on your circumstances, so it's vital that you practice and update it regularly to keep everybody prepared. It's also important to plan which belongings in your house you'll need to take with you in case of evacuation if you have time.
Prepare what you're going to take with you when you leave. There's nothing worse than packing up to leave and you realize you didn't take anything that you really wanted to. You took stuff that just was the first thing you saw.
Wildfires can move quickly and can change direction into a surrounding community without warning. With the assurance that your home is now well defended and your family's wildfire action plan in place, when a wildfire approaches, you're now ready to go. During a wildfire, emergency personnel may not be able to warn everybody, so it's up to you to take the initiative to stay informed by listening to the TV or radio for announcements. If an evacuation is imminent, it's time to set your wildfire action plan into motion. Don't wait to be ordered to leave your residence, just go, and go early. By leaving early, you give your family the best chance of surviving a wildfire.
Follow the directions of fire and law enforcement, and if you feel threatened, you need to go ahead and get out of that home. We have a lot of systems in place to notify you of that, but you have to be willing to get out and get out early.
Although wildfires can be unpredictable, destructive, and deadly, they're an undeniable part of California's wildland. Wildfire is coming, and it's the steps you take now that will ensure you, your family, and your home have a fighting chance when it happens. For more information on how to prepare for wildfires and for a wildfire action plan checklist, visit readyforwildfire.org.
We are here for a very short period of time. My goal is to make sure that the impact that I create, it's a good one for future generations. My name is Javier Zamora, and I am a farmer, and I own JSM Organics. We grow lots of strawberries, vegetables, and flowers, all organic. My farm is located in Monterey County, about 3.5 miles away from the coast. What makes this area really unique is our weather conditions. This is a strawberry land where Mother Nature allows us to grow these beautiful fruits. My ranch that I now own is a 200-acre ranch, and 120 of those acres are part of a conservation easement. I didn't have a partner like the Elkhorn Slough Foundation that put in the money to have an easement on my property, it would have been really difficult for me to own a piece of land. And what's a farmer with no land? It's like having a painter with no canvas. How do I manage a farm this size organically? We allow Mother Nature to do its thing, and we're not pushing things in a way that would jeopardize the flavor, because we don't use any chemicals. Conventional people would spray for those insects. We actually vacuum them. We have a vacuum that is mounted on a tractor, that it goes above the canopy of the strawberries, and it actually gives those bad beetles a ride for their money. About 2 years ago, I was approached by a packaging company. They had developed a new way of packaging strawberries or different vegetables with no plastic. Immediately I say, yes, this is it. My customers are going to be very happy with this. We don't need any more plastics to be dropped in the ocean or landfills. This is a beautiful package that you can go ahead and throw it in your compost pile, but it's definitely not going to be in the ocean. My philosophy about workforce is that people need to be happy and get paid well for what they're doing and what they're contributing to, in this case, the farm. I'm really happy to say that my employees get at least $2 to $3 more per hour than what some people around would pay them. So we have employees that are really happy, and we get people that are really eager to come and work for the farm. Can't think of, how sad the past was or why didn't I start farming immediately when I came to America. That's just the path that destiny had for me. Now that I own a farm and I can have lots of people being fed out of it, makes me extremely happy.
Today we've come over to Briar Patch to pick out some starters for our garden. We have a nice assortment of lettuce and tomatoes and fresh herbs, and we're going to try out some peppers this time.